Hi guys, hope you're having a good day. I just wanted to do a video introducing you guys to a feature that we have put into the Discord channel. It's called the Squawk. It's basically, you can find this channel here under voice chat and channels and day trading streams. So the idea is this is going to be a live news feed that we're streaming all day during market hours, where you can just listen to it. So there's no need to really watch the live stream, although the system will be up and running. It's really just the audio that I've been paying attention to and a few of the other guys in the Discord. So I'll be streaming. If it's not me, it'll be one of the other admins in this channel. It's one of the main ways I make money every day as a day trader. And it's a very conventional way to make money. So the goal of this Discord is to basically help people to learn how to become independent traders. So using things like news feeds and stock alert services as resources and not just piggybacking off stock alert services. I've been doing these services for almost 10 years and I learned that really the only way to make consistent money is to use them as an additional resource rather than relying completely on following their alerts. And that's for many different reasons. When stocks move up, when they're buying into momentum, and that's one of the biggest problems. These gurus will alert that they're buying something while it's moving up. So a lot of people try to, claim that these guys are pumping and dumping and that's why the price is moving. But in reality, these guys are doing what I'm about to show you here, where they're monitoring the news and the momentum scanners to see whether these stocks are moving before they buy in. So this new feature is, it's not new, it's new to Discord, but this is something that day traders have been using for years. Basically, it is Benzinga Pro. So we signed up for a group license for Benzinga Pro. It has this live news feed that prints out all the different things that are happening on the different stocks. So for example, whenever any news comes out, like something like even as simple as unusual options activity, it'll be posted here. So news feeds are common, most people have them on their brokerage accounts, but the really nice thing about Benzinga, the pro version, is that during market hours and even after hours in pre-market, there's this thing called the Squawk, which is this thing here. So basically when you stream this, there's an announcer who announces all these things as they're happening, so you don't have to be glued to your screen. So all of these announcements were on Friday for KODK, and they came over the audio. So as soon as he starts announcing, very bullish things like call sweeps, where people are buying a lot of the calls, or going long, essentially betting the stock will go up, then you can start to say, okay, well, something's going on here. Somebody knows something's going to happen. So you can end up buying the stock based on these. I generally don't buy based on just call sweeps or put sweeps. That just isn't reliable enough. What I tend to do is buy actual solid news, or when the guy announces something is moving because of this. So I just wanted to give you an example of how this can be beneficial and what I did on Friday. I've been really busy recently, so I haven't been doing very many of these trades. But I just wanted to quickly show you one that I did yesterday on KODK. So something as simple as an announcement like this, where an asset management company or an institution is buying more shares or raising their stake, can be enough to move the price of a stock significantly over a relatively short time frame, because all the other people that are out there, like on Twitter and all the social media channels and all the brokerage accounts that are getting these streams, see this, and it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. They basically just buy in, betting that the stock will go up. So it does usually, at least in the short term. So this is done, all over the world. It's why people make money day trading. You have this edge where you just basically trade the news. It's not quite as simple as that. Sometimes the stocks don't react as well as you'd hope on the news, but I'm finding that as long as you're careful about which ones you're picking, and I'll be helping out with that, and a few other guys in the chat room will be helping out to kind of filter what might work and what probably won't. So let me just run through an example from Friday, KODK. All morning he was talking about, on this announcement on the Squawk, he was talking about the call sweeps, so that immediately got my attention. And he would also basically say like some volume is coming in, which isn't actually listed here. So these are these things are printed after we get it on the audio. So he was given kind of an extra commentary as well. Now, it's not an alert service. He's just relaying what's happening on different ticker symbols. And you can make up your mind whether you think it's bullish or whether you think it's not really for me. Anyway, let me show you the chart from Kodak. Let me just put it on here. So this is where the Squawk audio alert came out. It's when he announced that that asset management company had like tripled their shares to like about 12 million from 4 million position. So that gets people's attention. That's a significant increase. And this stock's been very popular as well. So you can see volume was starting to come in around here. So there's a couple of ways to play this. You can basically jump on it as soon as you see that news, but you risk the idea that this thing will just turn around and fade off. Sometimes things sell in the news, they don't react as much as they should. It really depends on a lot of factors. So what happens when the Bazinga Pro releases in part of the newsfeed is other people share it on Twitter. A lot of the top Twitter traders will announce it as well, or that they're buying or whatnot. So it can take a little bit of time for people to buy in. But sometimes it does jump. So it jumped close to 3% right off the alert here. These are 1 minute candles. So in order to capture that move, you'd have to be extremely quick. So I actually entered it 2 or 3 times here. I bought the alert when it started to break. Well, it's not an alert. I keep saying it's not a stock alert. It's just what's happening in the market, and you decide what you want to do. So this guy's not saying buy or sell. He's just commenting on what's going on. So you can also combine some simple technical analysis with these alerts. So when I saw this candle forming here, breaking above previous highs, and this guy announcing this positive news, I knew this thing was going to spike. So I scalped it because I can sit on my computer every day for this move. And then, of course, it sold off, and I waited until it started to look like it was going to continue on this bull flag. And I bought it again and rode it up to somewhere up here. So you can see that that's over the course of, 20, 30 minutes. But you also have the opportunity of buying in at another dip and allowing it to run up. And in fact, Jason Bond actually bought it in the afternoon. And I bought it again in the afternoon on Jason's alert, I think here. Yeah, it was about here. And then this was subscribers from Jason Bond buying in, or just momentum coming in. It's hard to tell. So I played it in this region based on Bazinga, Squawk audio feed, and then again in the afternoon when it came up on Jason's scanners. So you can see the advantage of this. Jason put this on his Monday Movers watch list, partly because of this news that was driving up the price. But of course, a lot of people ended up getting in here from Jason because Jason's alert was, later on in the afternoon. Whereas really the time to get in would have been down here at the start of the day, where you're basically getting the news before Jason was considering buying and whatnot. So you can see that in this case with the Squawk audio, you could have been profitable with Kodak, but it's possible you'd be down if you waited for Jason. And Jason's just doing the same thing we are, right? He's just using news feeds and charts, and it's not as difficult as you might think to make that leap from just waiting for his alert to actually predicting what he's probably going to buy. So I think that's the real power in the Squawk feed. So I've only traded about 10 of these recently. I've been super busy, but you can see each time the alert comes out in the Squawk audio, sometimes it's, it doesn't take off immediately. Sometimes it takes a while for the news to circulate, but this one ran up JOB nicely as well over the course of half an hour. And you can see that a lot of them are quite predictable. These are all the ones I entered. I haven't cherry picked these to be the winners. These were all potential winners for people buying in. This one wasn't as nice. You can see if you'd waited too long, you'd have been on this downtrend. But these are small percentages, but most of these happened in one day, and it happens every day. So it's a nice way to add up some good gains. This one was a bit rougher, you can see. If you'd panicked, you could have sold for a loss down here, but we're talking small moves, so it's not like you'd be down thousands of dollars. So I feel like this is a good tool for the Discord going forward. we can stream it in here and basically help people move from trading stock alerts to trading this for free, essentially, and learning how these things are, well, basically how stocks really move, and simple technical analysis plus a bit of patience and audio feed, and you can end up making consistent money as a day trader without having to wait for stock alert services. So I think I've covered everything here. Streaming in this channel every day. We're still trying to iron out the kinks. We're trying to get it so we're consistently able to trade these, stream it live for people to trade. But I think I've covered everything there. Let me just look at the general chat room and see if I've answered all the questions. Let's see. So, how many tickers does he blast out at a time? It's one every 10 minutes or so, and sometimes there'll be negative ones in between. So you might say, such and such has bought $100 million of this stock, and that of course would be bullish, but then 10 minutes later the next one might just be, oh, the market's not looking so good, or Apple's tanking on news or whatnot. So I think on average, I found 10 bullish ones. I've not really been trading any of them short yet at all, like the negative news ones. But I think it looks like 10 a day is not unreasonable. Of course, you're not going to get all of them. There may be way more than that. It's just something that we need to explore further. And no, not everything's 100%. So far I've been 100%, but I've only done 10 stocks. I know some other people have had good success. I think Marion, she was doing quite well, and a few of the other guys. But you do have to be careful still. It's still trading. Sometimes these things don't move the way you hope. And I think it offers a good way to make some trades, but not relying on these expensive services. So let me have a look. So I think I've answered all the questions, and let me know if there's any other questions about how to use this thing, and good luck trading in this coming week. Thanks.